What's going on, guys? Rex T-Rex-Slings. I tried to do this in a short earlier today, but felt like there's just too much information to get it in 60 seconds. So here it goes. I was on ATO's collab this morning with Squat Shot. We got to talking about different band attachments. How the half fold and the trifold work. Some people like the trifold, which including me. I really do like the trifold for band life. And we got into a discussion of pickle forks and tying them in trifold, and I spoke up and said that I prefer the trifold over the bifold because I feel that I get longer band life. And one of the guys on the forum asked me if I use the trifold OTT, and the answer is yes. I've not been doing this all that long, but I found a few little tricks here and there that work for me. One of the things I do is I wrap and tuck with amber belt on the pouch. Some people like silver string, some people prefer just a square knot with a butcher's twine. But for me, whenever I tie my pouches, I tie them extremely tight and to the pouch. So this is the way I tie the pouch. I use trifold for everything I do. And Jordan Smothers of the Smo Show, one of his pickle fork videos, he shows how he ties for pickle fork. So whenever I got onto the pickle fork kick and I started shooting a pickle fork after a very great slingshot shooter, Mr. Rooster, Ethan himself of Tennessee Slinging, he taught me how to shoot a pickle fork at ECSTs. Before then, never even picked one up. But that's how I tie my pouch to the bands. And I tie them and I use them for everything, including OTT instead of through the fork. So if you look here, this is the Aries. It's the Aries HD from Omega Slings. So guys, if you haven't got you one, trust me, it's a very nice frame. The finish and fit is tremendous. Absolutely love it. So whenever I tie, I always tie, I have the pouch or target side up. If you notice, the clips are facing up on the table. Target side of the frame, target side of the pouch. So whenever I attach my bands to my frame, I lay the pouch target side up, pull it down, and this to the fork closest to you is where I attach my bands. So after I attach this fork down, I simply grab the band, pull it out flat, target side up, and I'll continue to pull the band out to where I have target side up on the non-attached side. Then I flip it exactly straight over like this. So now the band has the offset. And I take this side and I go to the fork furthest away and attach it that way. Whenever you do it this way, some people like it, some people don't. This is only what works for me, and Hawk asked me today if I used it for over the top, which I do. So now, whenever you grab your frame and you grip it, if you look down the frame, you'll see there is absolutely no twist in the band. The bands sit exactly opposite of each other. So whenever I grab, even for pickle fork, and I put the twist and tweak, the bands are perfectly lined up. I don't know if I can get it in the frame the way I shoot, but that is how I shoot my bands. So there is no twist whatsoever in the bands whenever you let go. So guys, like I said, I tried to do this in a short, but I felt pressured and I was stepping on my words and all that happy stuff. But that's how I tie my bands, and I use an offset on all my frames. Some of you guys that run like a 18 to 10 or a 12 to 8, you may not be able to do a trifold just because the pouch attachment is just so small. But this is what I do. I use a 20 to 12 taper, and it works for me. I use the same taper, the same cut for long draw, steel, and clay. Whenever I go from steel, I shoot full draw. Whenever I shoot clay, I go to a quarter draw. I don't see that much of a difference between clay and steel. The clay will lose velocity and speed due to the weight. The steel will lose velocity and speed due to the weight as well. But the weight of the steel will carry further than the clay does. But for me, it's just my opinion and the way I feel it works for me. I don't see that much of a drop difference between clay and steel. So guys, if you like this, please give me a like, share, and subscribe. Hawk, I hope it answers and shows you the way that it's my preferred method. It's what works for me. By all means. One thing we did discuss today is, guys, you got to take everyone's information. There's guys that have been doing this for years. There's guys that are just starting. Take everyone's information. Listen to everybody, because they have the way they do things for a reason on their experience. It may not work for you, but it may give you a way that you've not seen to be able to do the things that will work for you. So guys, once again, Rex T-Rex-Slings. Give me a like, share, and subscribe. Go to omegausa.com. Guys, pick you up one of these. They're pretty slick. Peace out, boys. Hope you have a good evening. Hope you had a great weekend. So guys, once again, T-Rex-Slings. Bye-bye.